Hey there, Friday Night Movie fans. We had some technical difficulties, so the sound is a little wonky on this episode. It's more of like a phone call between Lily and me. So there's a couple of artifacts and things that you would hear when you're hearing an actual phone call. On the other hand, it's a really fun conversation and involves a story where my mom feeds us a cake from the garbage. So listen, enjoy, and you'll hear from us soon. Here we are, and welcome to another mini episode of the Friday Night Movie Podcast. This week, we are counting down to All-Star Comic-Con in Tyson's Corner, Virginia on June 7th, 8th, and 9th. Get your tickets, come hang out with us. And because of that, the family's spending a lot of time around each other, and we have some really funny stories to share, and we just don't think that we should deprive anyone of it.
Like momisms, like you hang out with mom long enough and like some hilarious shit is going to happen. So I just feel like I can't keep it just to myself. It'd be unfair to the world. I feel like that's exactly what I say every time I hang out with mom.
Exactly. And the best is when she looks at you and she knows she's being silly, and she looks at you and she says to you, "Are you going to put this on the podcast?" Like, she doesn't want us to, but she knows she wants it to be.
Ones she didn't even see coming. She was like so deadpan and so just being like true to herself that I was just like, I have to write this down, Mom. Okay, I'm just gonna start with today. I hope she's not embarrassed by this, but it's amazing. So we threw this brunch party for Dad for his birthday in Philly. So I'm really glad I was able to be here. Like, so many family members came. It was really great. A lot of fun. My amazing tia Linda made, like, if you could imagine those like industrial size aluminum pans that they cook turkeys in on Thanksgiving, she made that of banana bread cake with a cream cheese frosting.
Wait,
Dude.
Recap this for me, please.
Okay, so tia Linda came to the party and filled like one of those industrial size aluminum pans that you would cook a turkey in. Right?
Okay.
But she used it as the pan for an enormous banana bread cake cream cheese frosting. Bread? But like with a cream cheese frosting. So it was incredible. It was like a carrot cake with cream cheese frosting, except it was bananas. And it was bananas. It was delicious. So like at the party, she brought it to the party, and Mom cut a little bit like into like some squares, and it was tia Linda's daughter Zoe.
Wait, is there any left over?
So I would say there was like 3/4 left over. Wait, listen. So there was about 3/4 left over. It's massive. Like, do you know how big those pans are? Those aluminum-sized pans.
I'm excited for this. I'm sad that it sounds like this is going to end with me not getting some.
Wait, so there's about 3/4 of the way left of it to go, and her daughter was supposed to take a bunch of it home, but her daughter left and it got left behind, and we go and clear everything. This was not at my parents' house. We had to bring everything home. We get into the apartment, and I'm like doing some reconnaissance, right? I'm like double checking if the daughter left it behind, then it's staying with us, right? Like, I just wanted to make sure. So I'm like,
we get to keep it. It's like a party favor. It's like a house gift.
Exactly. And I was like, if the person it's meant for didn't take it, then I won't want it. So I go to Mom, like, hey, Mom, where'd that crazy banana cake from tia Linda end up? And she's like, oh, Zoe took it. And I'm like, no, Zoe definitely didn't take it. People were talking about that it was left behind. And she goes into like emergency, maybe how people react if like they know a tsunami's coming. She was like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, I can't find it. I don't know where it is. And she goes, your father, he's capable of throwing it out. He's capable of going to the street and giving it away to strangers because he doesn't want to do the house.
Many things I like out.
Especially because he's like, oh, no one's going to eat that because he wouldn't eat it.
Yeah.
But he forgets that like his 3 children are related to mom, and we definitely would eat it. So mom is like, dad's in his office, like, I don't know, he's unavailable to ask, and mom is like, Lily, you have to go back to the party room and see if it was left there, or go down to the street and see if the doorman in the building or somebody has it because he gave it away to somebody.
Wait, you're gonna like start taking it away from people?
So I go, I mean, come on, mom, at that point, if he's given it away, she goes, you get it back. I go, okay. I was like, all right. Like, sorry, it was a really good cake. So I decide I'm not going to go down the like public route and like take it away from people. I'm going to start in the party room and see if it was left there. I go down to the party. Somebody must have put it in like this industrial refrigerator, and there it was. I take it out, Lily style. I dropped it upside down on the floor because that's something I would do. It survived. It's totally fine because it was like really cold in there and like it didn't even get messed up. Anyways, it's perfect. But remember the time I dropped all those? What were those, like the cannolis on the floor that you love? Anyways,
why did you drop my cannolis on the floor?
What is not cannolis? What is that dessert called that you love? That Italian thing you made me go to that market and get?
Cannolis.
Cannolis, yeah. And then they were really expensive, and we're bringing them back to the car, and you're like, don't drop them. And I dropped them, and they all broke.
Yeah. No,
anyways, you were so sad. Anyway, so I go to bring it up, but what I do is I sneak into the apartment, basically, and I like hide it, and I go to mom, he threw it in the garbage. It's gone.
Oh, so you're doing a bit, and mom didn't know.
And mom looks at me, and she goes, but you got it out of garbage, right? And I go, what? You took it out of the garbage to keep it. You got it. You go get it out of the garbage. And I was like, oh God, mom, you're taking this too far. Like, you want to see garbage cake? She was willing to go that far.
She was like Ben Affleck in Triple Frontier. She was just inexplicably over the edge.
She was inexplicably over the edge and like telling her grown daughter to take cake out of the garbage so that we could eat it because it's so good. That was just like such a great mom moment. Another great mom moment is that we go to drive to the party store to get all the stuff, and she's had a long day. Like, I was with a friend of mine, mom was with my kid, like having a fun day at a park. Like, I don't really know what they were doing, but they were having a fun day, and we meet up to go get all the party stuff. And we're in the car, and I'm driving, and she's backseat driving like an old lady, like, and it's out of character for mine. And she's driving me nuts. Don't go too fast. Change lanes. She hates traffic, so she's like making sure I do the right like way, but making me change lanes. It's awful. And I turn around and I was like, Mom, stop. I was like, and if you get old on me like an old lady, I'm gonna be so pissed at you. Like, chill the fuck out. And Mom goes, me, old? I am 65. I ate a bag of cotton candy today, went on a Ferris wheel, and all of that was my idea. I turned to her and I was like, damn, bitch.
That is fair. Our mom keeps us young.
I was like, wow, that's quite the Saturday you had. I thought that was pretty hilarious. And then last but not least, we were looking at pictures of me and Beck or whatever, of me. Mom was looking at pictures of me and she goes, oh, you look so much like Becky. And, you know, for those of you who do know, Becky's like obviously gorgeous and beautiful inside and out. And Mom's like, oh, you look so much like Becky. I'm like, thank you so much, Mom. She's like, I mean, a chubby Becky, but you look like Becky. And I was like, you know, while maybe true, was the description fully like necessary? Like, did you think I didn't get it? Like, you think I actually think you're telling me I look like Becky? Exactly. She was like, oh, Lily, it's a compliment. I was like, you can't just attach compliment to whatever you say and make it a compliment. But okay, I still love you. She's just like, it's a compliment. You're fat, but it's a compliment. I'm like, sure, but still. It was hilarious.
That is amazing.
So the fanny is on full display, and I'm bringing it to DC.
That I cannot wait for this extravaganza to happen, and we definitely have to interview Mom at Comic-Con because that will be hilarious, and Dad. That'll be absolutely great.
Dad goes to me. So I'm like explaining Comic-Con to our aunts and uncles and all the stuff we're gonna do there or whatever. And Dad comes up behind me, and he's like, "So what's my job?" Like, you're so cute. I was like, "You just have to have fun."
Dad has the same job that my kids have.
Right.
My kids have a job too. There are interns. Dads are interns.
Sure. I was like, you can just have fun. So, Dad was really cute. Very, very cute. And, that's pretty much what's doing here.
Any recs? You done anything or seen anything?
I have. I've I've been here for over 2 weeks, and the only thing I saw was with you was that Hustle movie, and I was like, I gotta step it up. Like, I can't be away from
which
like
I
home
slept
this
through
many days and not have watched.
I slept.
You took a 20-minute nap
through, and I woke up in the middle, and I was like, I think this is the same movie as Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, and then fell back asleep.
Yeah, you're like, I've seen it already. And then I got I got my shit together 2 days ago and I've been watching Schitt's Creek, but I watched Second Act with J-Lo, which with Mom, which was great.
Ooh, we're gonna watch that.
I really want to see Insta Family with Mom, but she's already seen it, but that doesn't matter because she doesn't remember what she sees. So I really want to watch that with her. And then in Second Act, I feel like it's Vanessa Hudgens, whatever. And J-Lo, it's a bit too schmaltzy. I feel like they could have made it more of like, I don't know, a different, just made it more about like cutthroat women in the workplace, but it's a bit schmaltzy, but it's fun, whatever. It's great to watch, knowing that it is what it is. Then Always Be My Maybe on Netflix. I cannot recommend this movie enough.
Really?
There's one white person in the cast, which I have to say is Casey Wilson, and she plays an annoying, stupid white girl who makes jokes that don't land. And I was like, good for you, because it's always the other person, the unethnic person that kind of is that trope that's used over and over again, and for no particular reason, the guys in the band are Asian and Indian, and the friend is black, and they're awesome, amazing actors who are super funny, and you're like, this is how movies should actually be. And especially our conversation with Mike, when we were kids, most movies were just white people, and I think it was awesome to see just really funny actors that look different than what we're always used to seeing. And I'm sure that's not why they were cast by Ali Wong and Randall Park. I think they were cast because they're great, and they were great. So yeah, I don't mean to get political, but besides that, the movie is very well written, hilarious. There's an epic Keanu cameo that I was peeing in my pants.
A Keanu cameo?
Yeah, Keanu,
when he brings the cameo, he's pretty fun.
When he brings the cameo, and he drops a John Wick. He drops a bunch of Speed references, but he also drops a John Wick reference, and I'm like, it's hilarious because it's timed at the release of John Wick 3. But it's really well done, and I was pissing my pants. And they wrote it together. They wrote the movie. It's, I was thinking, Shai, I think if for every 10 shit pile movies on Netflix that you are so angry that they just keep churning out, they make one of these kinds of great romantic comedies that don't need to be in a theater, I'm okay with that. And maybe wouldn't have gotten made in a theater. Then that's fine with me, because this movie was great. 100% recommend it. Watch it with your significant other. Watch it with your parents. Watch it with, maybe not kids, but friends. It's a really cute movie. And then I started Flea Bag, which I am extremely impressed with. That is as if it's hard to explain. It's not perfect because a lot of looking at the camera and talking into the camera. It's Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who you probably don't know what, like, the name might not bring a face, but she is a writer, actress, and TV creator. She created Killing Eve.
Oh, cool.
And wrote for it. She wrote a famous one-act play called Flea Bag, which was turned into an Amazon Prime show, and she's in the second season, and she stars in it, writes it, created it, stars in it. She also was the tall, pretty lawyer in Broadchurch season Shai.
Oh, cool.
If you see it. Yeah.
I love Broadchurch.
And yeah. So she's in Flea Bag. It's like just a raw portrait of a flawed woman living in London who's dealing with grief and just like the shit that goes on in her life. And
Ooh,
it's
does
great.
not sound up my alley, but it sounds good.
No. Oh, it doesn't sound like it's up your alley, but it's actually it's a comedy. It's a dark comedy, and it's great. I think Becky would really like it. So that's all the things I'm watching.
That's awesome.
And I'm going to see Aladdin on Tuesday. I'm so excited.
All right, Aladdin on Tuesday, and we are going to do our Aladdin episode. So in my recommendations, I've got a few things. Number one, most important, on the Gold Nerds podcast, everyone should go check out the latest episode where we interview Jackie Geary, who is a real-life friend of Adam F. Goldberg, but also plays the mother of that same character on the Goldbergs. And she was an incredible guest and super fun, and she's so talented and so nice and so smart. And through the process of interviewing her, we got to have a sneak peek at a film of hers called Eliza Sherman's Revenge, and it was written and directed by a guy named Greg Fitzsimmons, and it has one of these incredible indie movies that has not been picked up by Netflix. So I'm scolding Netflix or Amazon or Hulu or one of those for not picking this movie up, because for all of the dreck I have to watch on those channels, like this was
on those two platforms.
It's really smart. It is so funny. The dialogue is great. The ensemble cast is great. And what we learned from Jackie is that a lot of the cast are people who are friends in real life and who know each other, including her own husband, who plays one of the characters, Jameson Haas. And so the chemistry in this group was really funny. And the premise of it is this woman, Eliza Sherman, played by Jackie, is getting together her college roommates and their husbands after not having seen each other for 10 years. And she now has magic powers, and she's planning to get revenge on all of them during this dinner party, which is supposedly a birthday party for Richard Grieco.
Amazing.
So she's invited them all to this party for Richard Grieco, and is planning to torture them. And it's witty dialogue. It's really funny stuff for anyone who's had friendships that go up and down. And to their credit, like, they do this movie in 80 minutes. Meaning, I'm not saying like I would have sat longer in it, but meaning it was so fun. But there's no extra nonsense. There's no extra moping. Everything is a purpose.
Exactly.
It moves really quickly. And so the thing is that right now, you can only see the trailer on Vimeo. So let this begin. We're going to break it down, hopefully, in our next episode of Friday Night Movie. But let this begin the Friday Night Movie campaign to have somebody pick this up so it can be distributed and more people can enjoy this movie. So that's my big recommendation.
Is there, and where can people see it? Sorry, on Vimeo.
So right now, only the trailer can be seen on Vimeo.
Okay.
We were able to
circulate it so that we need to circulate the trailer so someone who picks it up so people can see the full movie.
Exactly. We are being given the opportunity to see the full movie, thanks to Jackie, but it hasn't been like released, and it should be released. And I promise this is a buy. I will be buying this movie the moment I can get it on demand. And so I loved that film. And then I started Bumblebee with my older child, and it only took them 6 movies to make a Transformers movie that actually evokes the Transformers from my childhood. It's a really cute movie.
Oh, really?
It's for kids.
But
it's
like
fun.
They've like Crying Wolf. They've lost their chances with me. I will never watch that. Sorry. Maybe when my kids are older.
If you've never seen a Transformers movie, just watch that one. Right? Like, because it has all the real Transformers.
That's good advice to people.
Yeah, no, don't
advice
even
to people.
touch the other ones. Just watch this one. If they had just made this one, it was
remember when Megan Fox was a thing? Oh, so annoying. That
first of
whole
all, I
movie
like
was
Megan
like
Fox.
about.
I think she's funny.
Yeah, but it's annoying that the whole Transformers thing became about Megan Fox and movies were pieces of shit.
Yes, that's Michael. I believe that's Michael Bay's fault. But this movie it's much smaller. It's fun. It's very much like it evokes Short Circuit and E.T. and it has that kind of Spielberg feel to it. And the Transformers actually look like the real Transformers, not like giant flipping razor blade machines like they did when they made them in the 2000s. And so it's in the same time. It's in the same continuity of those other movies, but it's made properly. And my kid was like loving it. Wasn't scared, having a lot of fun, because it's made.
Your kids astound me. Benji and the Sam them recently, but this stuff does not.
But look, Benji is a terrifying movie. Let's be clear. Could you try watching that movie again?
But I guess
a lot of dog kicking in that movie. So there's that, and then Allie and I are watching Billions, and we're up to.
I can't wait to see it.
We've caught up to so we didn't have any extra episodes to binge, so we started watching. Well, I'm on the 5th season of Bosch, and Allie just started watching Bosch with me, starting with the first episode of the 5th season. It's not a show where you have to have seen all the other seasons. There's like a new case every season.
I also think Allie's an expert in like jumping in and not seeing the other seasons.
Yeah,
like I feel like she's really good at
and Bosch is a lot of fun. If you like a good just gritty crime drama, the cop.
Mom and Dad love it. They were watching it last night.
Oh yeah, Titus Welliver is the lead actor. He's amazing. Amy Aquino plays the lieutenant that's like his friend and I don't say mentor, but the person who kind of keeps him grounded. And the woman who plays his daughter, the character's name is Maddie and the actress's first name is Madison. She's excellent, and she's really grown up on the show from being a little kid to now being a core character, and so that's a really great show. And then I am, as a result of Lons and Ash and Jackie, I am giving another swing at the Gilmore Girls. And I am 3 episodes into the Gilmore Girls. Yeah.
I guess, I don't know. You're so weird. And your taste has become, I don't know. I could see you getting into it. But... Well,
I've committed to watching it. I'm going to watch, usually it's like 6 or 7 episodes before I know if I want to keep watching the show.
I know it's like so fast and very repetitive. That kind of stuff bugs me.
Gilmore Girls is repetitive?
I found it kind of like repetitive. But people go really diehard with that show. Like,
people seem very
love that
serious
show.
about it.
They're really, really serious. So yeah. I respect that.
So exactly. So I'm going to check that out. It seems like it's like this iconic thing. So you go
Gilmore Girls, but like you wouldn't watch like the original 90210?
Wait. First of all, I love the original 90210. What's the? I just didn't watch.
Have you seen it? The whole thing?
No, I stopped after when Dean Cain turned out to be too much like Shannon Doherty's dad, and she didn't want to date him. I just
quit.
Okay. So I quit kind of at the end of the Shannon Doherty period.
Mm-hmm.
And I also never bought Dylan and Kelly. I know that sounds terrible, but I never bought Dylan and Kelly. I always thought it should have been Brenda and Dylan.
No, God. You're confused.
And definitely definitely not Brandon and Kelly. Didn't that happen at one point later in the show?
Yeah,
like, tell me that's not.
Not later. That was a huge thing for many, many years. Yeah. Casey or Dawson.
I didn't watch that show. No,
that is not a show I recommend to anybody.
That's not. I love Vanderbeek. I love Joshua Jackson. I love Katie Holmes, but I don't want to watch that show.
It was a schmaltz fest for like a very specific time in the 90s, and I don't think it can be reborn.
Yeah. So I feel like
All right. Okay, come on,
I'm not like fully hooked into a new thing, but I've had some really positive watching experiences in the last little while between Eliza Sherman and Bumblebee, and so like I feel like my TV time has been used really well, which is a good feeling when you're in between various things, or and a lot of your shows just finished. We finished the Superstore season. The Superstore season, that show continues to be awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts? Any shout-outs other than to our mother?
Mom really deserves a good shout out this week. No, I think I'm probably gonna have so many next. So
yeah, next week is gonna be
I'll
out of
save
control.
those for then.
All right. And this will have
Tia Linda for the cake. Duh.
Oh, Tia Linda for the cake. And this.
But I'm bringing you the cake.
So
I'm bringing you the cake on Thursday.
Absolutely, the garbage cake. I can't wait.
Yeah.
So my shout out goes to the great Rachel Levitin and the amazing Cathy D and her bands So Fetch and Party Like It's, because we went to the DC Bullpen, which is this cool outdoor venue near the stadium, to see the Decades Fest, for which Cathy's bands that she's in played. Party Like It's played a 90s set, and So Fetch played an amazing 2000 set, and Rachel was there in the audience, and we were rocking out, and the kids were there, and our friends were there. Ruchi and Ranjit came and brought their kids. It was a party, and I can't say enough good things about those people and their music. So that's my shout out. And with that, where can people follow you?
Chichi K Gomez on Twitter, which I'm still locked out of, but I'm coming back, I promise. And Friday Night Movie on Instagram.
You when you come to visit. And you can follow me
your help for that.
At Pancake for Table on Twitter and Instagram. And you can follow all of us at Friday Night Movie, as Lily says, on Twitter and Instagram. And All Star Comic Con's coming, so be there. And the music from What Does It Eat kicks in, and we shall dance.
Dance.
Love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Skype to me is like what I imagine like really rich people do when they like have a house and like it gets filled with other stuff and they don't want to have to like go declutter. They just buy a new house. That's how I feel like Skype is. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't remember the passwords. I don't understand where that came from. I'm just gonna make a new one. I'm like, I don't have the energy to deal with it. So this feels like this is a more permanent one for me. So whatever this one is my Skype.
That's amazing.